spring at our new farmhouse in New York was beautiful, unexpected, full of surprises. Wow, those are beautiful, breathtaking, simple, foggy, wet, muddy, magical, enchanted, and alive. There were projects to work on, including measuring out various bits of our yard so that we could order the appropriate amount of ground cover seeds in the form of clover, thumbelina zinnias, annual phlox, and wildflower mixes. Trying to keep the birds from building a nest on the light outside the back kitchen door. We replaced that light last fall, and it did have a bird nest on it last summer. So they must have thought it was a great place to build a nest, and they're not wrong. Unfortunately, that is the only door we can lock from the outside, which means that we cannot have mama birds dive bombing us because we're too close to the baby birds. So for about 3 weeks this spring, every morning I would go out and remove that lovely straw from the top of our light. Another project was trying to start seeds indoors for the first time, and despite the excellent start to this project that you see here on the screen, I am sad to report that I did not manage to keep them alive. I'm just not used to how little soil is in these, how often they need to be watered, and frankly, I missed the window to pot them up, which is unfortunate because as you can see here, they germinated quite well and we're all doing very nicely. So, lesson learned for next year, I either need to dedicate more attention and time and focus to really doing the process or just not plant anything in seed starting trays. Darcy has been without his catio since we moved from Tulsa almost a year ago, so on a nice sunny day in April, I thought it was high time that we get it up and running. What do you think, Boo? Being a former outdoor cat before he was lucky enough to move in with us, Darcy really loves his outdoor time. He also really does not like new things, and even though the catio itself came with us from Tulsa, it is newly set up and it has not been set up in this location before. So I wasn't sure if he was going to take to it right away. When we first got it a couple years ago, it took him about 2 weeks before he would go out on his own. So I was really, really happy when he went out in about a couple of minutes and he really enjoyed his time outside. This is the one thing about the rental properties that we were in. Last summer and last fall, we simply weren't able to give him this kind of outside exposure, and he has really missed it. And in fact, in the months since we've installed it, he now has a routine where he likes to go out on his catio every morning after morning playtime and every night after dinner. With spring full on, I have also been volunteering at the community garden about every other weekend. It has been absolutely delightful, not only to get to know Marty, who you see in these pictures, and to meet other people in the community, but just to be out and about and working with plants. I also ended up babysitting some baby asparagus, and unlike the tiny seed starting flats, this babysitting adventure has gone much, much better. These were asparagus started from seed. They are very tiny, very frondy, and very cute, and I have managed to keep these alive for about a month. And in fact, they are going to be going into a plot in the community garden in the next few days. One thing became apparent while I was doing all these work projects, and that is, ta-da! That I did not own appropriate work pants. So I bought myself my first ever pair of outdoor work pants from Duluth Trading Company, and they have seen a lot of hard use in the last 6 weeks. As I look back now on the footage from our first spring here in our formerly abandoned New York farmhouse, there are a few incidents that stand out above the rest as being particularly memorable, and I'd like to share those with you now. Oh, yes. Do we like the... Oh, yes. Oh, we bought him a catnip-filled mousey from the retail store that supports the Humane Society. Somebody is very excited. Oh, you are so cute. You are so cute. Yes, you. Yes, you are. So we're here at Countryside Market. Peter and I have been meeting to come here forever. It's been recommended to us a number of times for bulk foods and things like that. And oh my gosh, you guys, look, it has a huge greenhouse here. There are greenhouses there. There's stuff in the field. Oh my sweet Lord. I could spend 5 years' salary here and probably not make a dent. We're going to go inside. The first thing we saw when we walked in was this amazing bulk spice collection. I don't even know what to do with most of these spices, and I still want to take them all home with me. And the smell, you guys, I wish I could convey that to you. They also had a wonderful selection of dried herbs for apothecary needs. And what was really cool is that I have been proofreading an herbalism book for my day job. And so I recognized a lot of the names of these. I couldn't tell you what they all do because I was reading for proofreading and not comprehension, but I was really excited to recognize so many of them. By far, Peter and my's favorite place on this first visit was the refrigerator. They had so many delicious things, locally raised eggs. Peter was very interested in all kinds of sausage. I was very interested in the different kinds of chèvre they had. They have local milk. They have local cheese, big, huge blocks of delicious cheese. The only thing that stopped us from buying a huge amount of stuff is that being a store run by the Amish, they only take cash or checks, and Peter and I are not yet in the habit of carrying cash or checks with us. So probably that was a good thing because it severely restricted what we could purchase. We did take home some of those plain cheese curds and some of the milk, and the milk was amazing. And oh my gosh, you guys, the cheese curds squeaked. I've had a lot of cheese curds outside of Wisconsin, and they have been excellent, but nowhere outside of Wisconsin have I had a cheese curd that squeaked. Then it was out to the greenhouses, and I really, honestly didn't know where to look first. A field of pansies. Oh my gosh, just look at all the colors. Oh my gosh. How incredible. Look at that. Look at that. Look at the marigolds. I promised I wasn't going to film anymore, but I can't help myself. Look at these. Look at these. These are my favorites. Everything that has this deep red and white, and sorry, this deep red and yellow combination in any flower, I am just immediately drawn to those. Today is Wednesday. It has been raining since last Thursday, so it has been raining for 6 days. Isn't this amazing, you guys? It was actually worse. This morning, there was water. Oh, I see a giant shard of glass. You can see there was water going all the way down here that's since kind of dried up. But look, there's water coming. There's a whole channel here, and then there's a channel coming there, and then the main channel there where it's frothing, and it's going mostly through. That's the actual channel there, and this is what I summarized was the Slauson cutoff, and as you can see, yeah, there's a lot of water there. So we have some work to do here along the riverbank. So for those of you who watched the channel previously, I'm not even sure if my stepping stone that I put in here is still here. It might be that stone there. I'm not sure. Look at that. And earlier this morning, there where it drops back down to the main channel, actually had white spume coming off of it. It's slowed down a little bit since the rain has been stopped for several hours. Well, friends, a momentous day has arrived. We have been in this house for almost 3 months, and I do believe we are going to light the first fire this evening. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate all of you, and I want to give a special shout out to those of you who reached out during my hiatus from YouTube. Life was overwhelming, and as you can see, there's been a lot going on, so I really appreciate all of you sticking around, watching this video, reaching out to me, and I look forward to sharing more of our adventures with you in future videos. So for now, thanks for being here, and I'll see you soon in my next video. Bye for now.